Believe it or not, the apartment you're seeing right now is less than 400 square feet. Now, how is that possible? In this video, I'm going to share with you just how I did it and how you can too. Hello. Welcome to my 375 square foot New York City apartment. So I've lived and worked in New York for over 9 years now, and this is my 5th apartment that I've lived in. And if there's anything that I've learned throughout the years is that you do not need a huge space to make a cozy and livable home. In this video, I'm going to share with you some key tips and tricks that I've learned throughout the years to help you maximize your small space. I am not a professional interior decorator, although you never know what the future may hold. But I am very passionate on the subject. This apartment in particular, I fully designed and decorated it by myself, and it has been featured in Apartment Therapy, it has been featured in Homeworthy, so I'm very proud of the space. But this is really the culmination of my many years of trial and error, of practice and of tears and of all the things that I had to go through so you don't have to. Here is what I have learned. We're gonna jump right in. Tip number 1, invest in furniture that also acts as storage. This may sound crazy to a lot of people, but you are not always guaranteed a closet in your apartment. Therefore, you need to get creative on how you're going to store your things. For example, when you walk into my home, there is no coat closet. There is no foyer. You are stepping directly into my dining room. So the solution that I found was adding 2 baskets to my entryway table. Therefore, when I walk into my apartment, I am able to quickly and easily put away the shoes that I am wearing. Similarly, on the other side of the door is a cabinet that on the top displays nice glassware, little knickknacks, little trinkets. Underneath, that is not visible to the eye, is more shoe storage. And rather than having a floor coat rack that would just eat up space, instead, I decided to install some hooks in the wall so that I can hang up my everyday items without eating up too much space. Another piece of furniture that has been a blessing is this bench in my dining nook. I chose this bench because when you open it, there is a whole section of storage, which is phenomenal. Within this bench, I have electronics, I have an extra blanket, candles, pretty much just all of the stuff that I don't have room for anywhere else. I put it on the bench, I close the lid, and you forget that it's even there. Now, I'm no scientist, but I would say that I believe that caring and loving for my home has made me a happier and overall healthier person. It's just one way that I nurture myself, but it's not the only way that I nurture myself. Thus segueing to the sponsor of today's video, AG1. AG1 has been such an easy way for me to support my own body and my own immune health every day. It has 75 plus vitamins, minerals, and whole food sourced ingredients, all of which has personally helped my own gut health and energy levels. Because, you know, personally, I kind of have a lot going on right now. So having AG1 has really been a relief because I'm able to quickly and easily fill in nutrient gaps that I otherwise might be missing. Recently, I've been starting my day with the AG1 travel packs. Honestly, these are kind of perfect for me because living in New York and overall my lifestyle in general is kind of always in motion. I'm always on the go, and these are just super convenient and a very easy way for me to start my day on the right foot. It's good stuff. And also, in the very near future, I'm gonna be going on a 5-week trip throughout Europe. I'm gonna be backpacking, I'm gonna go city to city. Honestly, my entire routine is gonna be thrown off. It's truly a relief to know that even though my entire routine is going to look different, AG1 is gonna help me stay consistent. I'm excited to share that you can go to drinkag1.com/Gail Schulman or scan the QR code to claim your free welcome kit. You'll get a bottle of vitamin D3K2, a shaker bottle, and a sample pack of all 3 new AG1 flavors. Thank you again, AG1, for sponsoring this video. Okay, it's time to get back to making our small apartments beautiful and functional. Cheers. Tip number 2, define your zones. Sometimes your entire apartment exists in one rectangle. So how do you create the kitchen? How do you create the bedroom? How do you create the living room? How do you create separation in something that is not separated at all? Now, in my case, I am very lucky to have a separated bedroom, but sometimes that is not guaranteed. So I find that area rugs and lighting fixtures really help define spaces. Technically, my living room and my dining room are in the same room. They are right next to each other. By having a large and visually interesting area rug, it really helped ground the furniture and create this conversational and cozy atmosphere that is truly unique to this corner of the apartment. At the same time, having a pendant light directly above the dining space has a similar effect by focusing the visuals and honing in on what's directly beneath it. It draws your eye in and it focuses the visual in that area of the apartment and that zone that you have created. Now, there are other ways to create zones in your apartment. I've seen it done with bookshelves, I've seen room dividers, plants. You can get creative, but those are the two that have really worked for me. Welcome to my bedroom, and also welcome to a huge storage hack that I cannot recommend enough, and that is to invest in a bed frame that is extra tall. And if for some reason you're not able to get an extra tall bed frame, you can also invest in bed risers. I now have all of this storage space underneath my bed. I have my holiday decorations underneath here. I have not one, but 2 Christmas trees underneath my bed, in addition to my large luggage, some backpacks, under bed storage. It's gonna change your life. I'm not being dramatic. Okay. Next tip is to have furniture pieces that have legs. You want your furniture to be elevated above the ground. The reason why this is so important is because 1, it allows airflow and circulation, but 2, it allows the flow of light to travel, and therefore it creates the illusion of more space and more floor than you actually have. If you're able, you want to avoid bulky furniture that will eat up space and eat up light. If this were hitting the ground, it would entirely swallow the light. Everything about it would become heavy and disruptive, really. Raise your furniture up and you will be surprised on how much bigger your apartment looks. The next thing you're gonna wanna do is to install your curtains high to the ceiling. By installing the curtains all the way up, you are drawing the eye line all the way up as well. Therefore, you're utilizing every vertical square inch of your home, and it will just give scale to everything else around it. So if your windows look large, therefore the rest of your room will look large as well. When I first moved in, I had the idea of going all the way up to the ceiling, but for some reason in practice, I installed the first curtain rod directly above the window. So I had to go back, uninstall and reinstall, and I am so happy that I did because it makes such a huge difference. And I'm using my hands a lot right now. I don't know why. Sorry. But I did the same thing in the bathroom where I took the shower curtain and I put that sucker as high up as I could just to make the room feel larger than what it actually is. And I'm telling you, it works. Another great way to maximize your small apartment is to invest in hidden organizers. For example, in my case, in my bathroom, I installed one massive hook on the inside of the door so that I can easily hang my straightener and some hairbrushes that I use regularly. A place that was otherwise not being used and that is easily accessible and just very functional. We want things that are functional and provide organization. That is a win-win. And then moving into the kitchen, there are 2 objects that have really helped me organize and maximize the cabinet space that I have. One being this very cute shelf that I got off of Amazon. By adding in this tiny little shelf, I quite literally double my storage space within my cabinet. Super easy, super functional, and helps me organize all my dishware. Now underneath my sink, I have this 2-tiered shelving unit that helps me keep organized all of my cleaning products. I have extra sponges in there, I have cleaning products, I have my dish soap, just these on and end things that I'm able to organize, keep together in one little vessel that is so easily accessible. And these are just some examples of the things that you can do to optimize and organize the limited cabinet and storage space that we have in these small apartments. Every square inch counts, and we know that. And that's all I have for today, guys. I really hope that you found this video useful. These are simple and easy ways to really maximize and organize and elevate the small space that you live in. Just because we live in a smaller home, it does not mean it can't be beautiful, it can't be cozy, and it can't be the home of your dreams. You deserve it, I deserve it, we can do it. Follow these steps, and I think they will really help you out. And if you like this video, let me know. Maybe I can make a part 2 with more tips and tricks. These are just a few that I've learned throughout the years, and I truly hope that they have been helpful to you. So thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye. Hi. Just kidding, the video's not over. I thought it was a little unfair to make an entire video about my apartment when there are some unanswered questions about my apartment right now. And if you do not follow my channel, feel free to end the video and move on. But if you're interested to hear what I have to say, please stick around. But for those who have been here, for my subscribers, hi everyone. Thank you for your support. It's a very interesting time of life for me right now. For those who don't know, and if you're still watching, I am kind of like at a very big transition point. I just left a career that I've been in for the past 9 years. I am about to go travel for 5 weeks in Europe, as I mentioned before. And the status of my apartment that I currently live in is kind of up in the air. And the reason why I haven't been so clear is because I'm not so clear what's gonna happen. What I can share is that I have extended my lease to the end of January. Originally my lease was supposed to end up at the end of December, but that would have meant that I would be getting back from my 5-week trip and I would have to move out within 10 days, like right before the holidays. And that was just like really stressful to think about. So for now, I've extended my lease. Part of me is thinking about asking if I can go month to month with my landlord, but that's not a guarantee that they would agree to that, even though I've always paid my rent on time. Like I'm a good tenant, if I do say so myself, but that would not be a guaranteed agreement. Yeah, so I'm gonna see if I can go month to month as I figure out what's next for me. I don't really plan on leaving New York. I just think I would leave this apartment because it is quite expensive. And even though I know I would be able to pay my rent, like I know how to hustle, I know how to work, like I would make it work. I also don't want to be rent broke. I believe that's the phrase. Like I don't want to kill myself every month just to make my rent. That's not a place I would want to be in, even though I don't think that would happen, but I don't know. I think if I were to leave this apartment, it would open up a door to new opportunity, a new design project. I love this apartment, honestly, so much. Like it really feels like a home. And I would be sad to leave it, but I know that no matter where I go, I would make it beautiful. I would make it cozy. I would make it me, you know? So yeah, that's the status of my apartment. When I get back, I will be coming back to this apartment. My lease is up at the end of January, and what happens after that, I truly don't know yet, and that's why I haven't been clear. Okay, I hope that helps. I leave for my trip in just a couple of days. I'm so excited. Actually, when this video goes out, I might be on the first couple of days of my trip. So yeah, I plan on vlogging the whole thing. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be interesting. I really, really hope you guys decide to come along because it's gonna be one hell of a ride, baby. Okay. I should probably refilm that and cut that out because that's a little embarrassing, but hey, you're on my channel. You're here to hang around with me, and this is me when I feel goofy and I'm hungry. So I'm gonna go make dinner, and yeah, that's the deal. All right, love you guys. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.